Welcome to 2K Sports for another edition of NBA basketball. And tonight, we've got the Charlotte Hornets playing against the Milwaukee Bucks here at their new home, Fiserv Forum, with Hall of Famer Doris Burke and Greg Anthony. This is Kevin Harlan. On the sidelines, we have David Aldridge reporting. Got a chance now to take a look at some numbers for MP.
And you can see the surge in his level of confidence lately just by looking at the true shooting percentage. It's been moving straight up in the past 5 games. Now, I think he's feeling it.
So let's take a look at the Charlotte starting lineup. They've got Miller. LaMelo Ball is out there with MP. And there's Jared Allen. And it's Sawan in at the 4. And for Milwaukee, Wagner out there with Antetokounmpo. Then it's Buzelis. And it's Servetus in at the point guard. And Greg, when you're facing the front of a back-to-back, how much does that affect you as a player?
Before and after the game, for sure, it's on your mind. But once the whistle blows, you have to live in the moment. You can bet the coaches are very aware of it.
So the Bucks win the tip. Giannis outside. Pass to Buzelis. Here's Antetokounmpo. Drops in the lane for 2.
Contact just doesn't matter against Giannis. Once he's inside, he is not to be stopped.
Miller, the pass the ball. Shoots the 3. Hands it from downtown.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Through Grinitz, covered by MP. Wagner is spring on MP. 5 on the clock. And finish off by Wagner.
Well, we know Mo Wagner is a sweet shooting big, but right there he says, you know, I can get off my feet too.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Well, Teron Lou and I had a few minutes to share. In talking to Coach, he discussed the hidden talents of LaMelo Ball. Coach said he's still a young player in this league, but we can't take that lightly. We've seen what he's done to soft defenses. We need to be physical. So we'll see if that defense tightens up for him. Guys?
Thank you, David. And the Bucks with possession here, following the bucket by the Hornets. And that one's good by Giannis.
This is where you feed Giannis. The closer he is, the more dangerous he becomes.
And it's Allen, slam it down. Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
It reminds me of that cameo song, Back and Forth.
Here's Servetus. We saw him with 19 points his last outing. About 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. Wagner is green on ball. Launches a 3. The Hornets pull it in. They are tearing through the league right now with 15 wins in a row.
What an absolute joy to watch. This team is playing a beautiful brand of basketball right now. Everything about it. The athleticism, the basketball skill, the intelligence, the heart, the toughness, the commitment. These guys have been extraordinary.
The Bucks have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Pass to Buzelis. Bucks passing it around. Here's Servetus. Gets it from 3-point range.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
So it's the Hornets now, following the 3 by Milwaukee. To the wing right side. Ball with a wide open look. Good, and it's MP picking up the assist. Ball's got 5 points so far. Now, Greg, it took 40 years, but the Bucks finally won their second NBA title back in 2021.
Yeah, Kareem leading that 71 squad. Giannis was the man in 2021, averaging 35 and 13 during the finals, closing out the Suns with that 50-piece in Game 6.
Now here's Giannis, holding the miss by MP. And we we have to mention, Greg, the utter dominance MP has shown recently, right? A huge scoring night for him on insane efficiency. The numbers, you can't even believe what you're reading.
You just don't see stat lines like the one that MP had very often. Kevin, it looked like he had a cheat code on the way. He was making everything from the floor.
Now, here's Antetokounmpo. Jared Allen unable to get his last shot to go. Through Greenwich, and the Bucks miss again.
Well, that's a blown defensive coverage, but it doesn't matter. He cannot answer the bell.
Antetokounmpo with the steal. Pass to Buzelis. And a miss there on the triple.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Here's MP. Uses the glass to finish the lead.
Boy, high percentage shots, so valuable. MP making sure he doesn't waste an opportunity.
And Teron Lue calls timeout. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. November, and let's see how things are going out east in the early season. Taking a look at the Hornets. They like where they stand right now, perched in that topmost position. And, of course, there's the Bucks, down 5 spots from them.
And seeing where the Bucks are, they stayed right there, just in sniffing distance of accomplished leaders. That's a solid accomplishment at this stage of the season.
Yeah, even so, though, I'm sure they're not satisfied just being near the top of the standings. They're going to be looking to make a major push as this season winds down.
Through Greenwich, drops in the train.
Well, there's an unpredictability to his offensive game. He is always keeping the defense off balance.
Ball dishes to Miller. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. It's going to go on Buzelis.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
The Hornets shooting their first free throws here for the night.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
Blacks checked in for the Bucks. Both good from the line that time.
You can tell when he steps to the line the kind of confidence he has in himself. It's written all over his body language.
Here's Servetus. He's been a nice option for them offensively. He's averaging more than 17 points a game. And tough to finish him off. Beauty.
And how about the splendid floor vision from Antetokounmpo? A good decision maker and improves his passing each and every year.
Now, here is Miller. Scoring-wise, he's definitely making his mark right now. He's averaging about 19 points a game. Here's Servetus. He's covered by Ball. Giannis passes to Black. Off the mark. His first miss of the game. 1 for 2. It's Miller in the corner for 3. Good on the three-point shot. Miller's got 7 points in the game.
This is as pure a shooter as there is. You've got to stay connected or it's a problem.
Servetus passes to Wagner. The Bucks working the ball around. They get it back. And he battles for the ball, gets the second chance bucket. Wagner's got his second bucket of the night.
That, to me, is exactly the kind of play you want from Mo Wagner. Aggressively chasing the rebound and getting a second chance opportunity.
Allen, that's good.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Now, here's Antetokounmpo. Inside. And there's Wagner on the assist by Antetokounmpo. He has 6.
And really, the playmaking skills that Giannis possesses are special. He's so difficult to guard in screen and rolls because of it.
Here's MP. Opponents have had no luck trying to contain him. He's averaging a staggering 34 points a game.
Outstanding start from three-point range. Their shooters are on fire.
Pass to Black. Outside, Antetokounmpo. Here's Servetus. One shot missing. Excellent D there from Ball. MP with it. And it's Buzelis picking him up. Good on the shot.
Oh, that's a tough finish by MP. Go ahead.
Pass to Buzelis. Back to Antetokounmpo. From down in the low post, they go.
3 of 4 to start. Young fella came to play.
You know, you were talking about Giannis. He can put up 30 a game without taking many shots from the perimeter. And that's a tall order these days, especially because he gets doubled every single time.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from him.
Here's Servetus. Allen with the rebound.
Yeah, they got that one, but early on, it's really been a struggle for them to secure that defensive backboard.
Pass the ball. From outside the arc. Score it. His third straight basket in 3 tries.
And really setting the tone early with their three-point shooting.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, Giannis Antetokounmpo is not going to puff out his chest to chase accolades. He said, I put the work in. That's how I get my confidence. I don't follow the media or my stats. What I know is that I put the work in, and I try to be the best version of myself. And that focus has served him well. Kevin?
It has. You know, his dedication, David, unquestioned. We appreciate your report. Here's Giannis following the basket by MP. Shot clock at 6. Antetokounmpo kicks to Black. Bounces high on the rim and drops. Charlotte leading by 9. Pass to Salon. MP outside. There's Ball with the 3. Good, and the assist goes to MP. Ball's got 11.
I'll tell you, this lead's not going anywhere with this guy making plays. What a quarter.
Outside, Antetokounmpo. Servetus. Trying to come right back with the 3 of his own. It's no good.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench. If he keeps shooting it like that, he has been putrid here this quarter.
Here's the lob. Antetokounmpo. It's tipped. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
I think what makes Giannis special is how uncomplicated he is. The man is just an incredible, pure athlete who simply loves the game of basketball. That's all there is to it.
That free throw, no good. Porter's checked in for Charlotte. Wilkins comes in for Miller. He hits the second from the line. 1:33 left to play in the first quarter. Outside Porter. Allen for the 3. Rebound by Smith.
They've been leading them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Here's Antetokounmpo. And the rebound goes to the Hornets. Allen's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Here's Porter. Smith with the defensive effort. Bucks trail by 11. Bruzelis' shot is good.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
There's 48 seconds left in the first quarter. There's Ball with the three. Rebound, Milwaukee. Now, Bruzelis. On the left block. The shot's good. There's 31 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Ball kicks to Allen. MP outside. Outside Porter. Good, and it's MP picking up the assist. MP's got his third assist on the night. Antetokounmpo with the ball. His last outing at 20 points. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. So as we end the first quarter, already. Glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And a chance for just a second now to check out the scoring breakdown for the Hornets.
Well, they haven't wasted any time getting into a groove from deep, putting up and hitting a healthy amount of three-pointers thus far.
You know, also, they've been incredible on the fast break, taking those chances, playing with great pace.
So on the floor for Charlotte to start this second quarter. Daniels out there with MP. There's Jared Allen. Then it's Wilkins. And it's Porter at the power forward.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change. The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Now, here's Clark. And here is Booknight. Offline with his three. Here's MP. That one is good again. He's 6 for 8 from the floor with the basket.
Yeah, they're rolling right now. That lead continues to grow.
And one of the things that's helped that is they're getting it done on both ends. Terrific focus on offense, and they're locked in defensively.
Now, here is Smith. Still without a basket. And they get it. And there's Bruzelis. On the assist by Smith.
Wow, you don't see him left alone very often. Of course, he makes good use of it.
Hornets leading by 14. MP deciding where to go with it. They're outside. Knocks down the three ball. Porter's got 9 points.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
Now, here is Smith. Provides a good amount of offense for the team, averaging around 11.5 points a game. Now, here's MP. He's guarded close. Count that as his 7th field goal, 9 tries. He's shooting 78%. Now, here's Booknight. Covered by MP. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. We know the 90s were a different era, Greg. Either win the game or win the fight. Remember that? Do you miss that physicality?
Well, I would say, Kevin, it made for some great stories, but I don't think we're missing much without all the extracurriculars. I think we have a beautiful game now.
Looking at the last game for the Bucks, it was a loss to the Raptors in Toronto. Here in the second quarter, we played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Miller, no luck.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Pass to Booknight. Back to Black. In the corner, it's Bruzelis. And the Bucks miss again. Charlotte leading by 17. Here's MP. Milwaukee with the rebound. Smith's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Through Greenwich. The shot is good. It's his second bucket in 5 tries.
Well, what a job. Punching the ball to the interior and finishing in the paint. Nice.
Outside Porter. MP outside. Miller outside. Good, and the assist goes to MP. 10 points from Brandon Miller.
You see the instincts of MP as a passer. That's really well done.
Pass to Black. This one for 3. It's good for Milwaukee. Black's got 9.
They're having more success from three-point range here in the second after a rough first quarter from deep.
They're outside. And again, Charlotte with the triple.
3 triples for him this quarter, 4 overall.
So for the Bucks, their last game a loss to the Rep. And the foul called on MP. That's his first foul. And the Bucks making a change here. Servetus is checked in. On defense, Charlotte. Pass to Black. Here's the triple. Hornets with the rebound. They defeated the Wizards in their last game.
And bottom line, they found ways to score. Credit the game plan going in. It was right on the money.
And that's not an easy environment to play in. To score at the rate they did on the road says a lot about their intensity and focus.
Gives the team such a great element having a one guard who can get to the 10.
Certainly something every team wants to have.
Oh, you love it. Fearless, aggressive, leaving. No doubt whatsoever.
Miller, that's for 2. And there's another one for the Hornets.
Well, I absolutely love the way this guy has controlled the pace tonight. They've been able to play the style they want.
Pass to Black. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. The shot by Buzelis, no good.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Thanks very much. MP in the last game against the Wizards put on a show. He scored 32 points, and his rebounding and defense were certainly both factors. He brought a ton of energy out there. Incredible effort on his part. We'll see if tonight means more of the same. Kevin?
Thanks for the report, DA. Great, phenomenal effort by him in that last game.
He willed the team to victory through his talent and through that competitiveness.
Let's give credit to his teammates for continuing to find this guy. They knew he had the hot hand, and they were willing to ride it all night long.
Black in the post, covered by MP. Here's Buzelis. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against the Raptors in Toronto. 4 on the clock. Milwaukee needs to get off a shot here. Antetokounmpo, no good.
And you can tell right there, the defense is totally fine with him shooting that. That's not his game.
Porter, no luck.
Those are chances. Almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of it.
And it's good, 2 points.
They are just killing him on the interior.
Now, here's MP. A 32-point game for him in the win against the Wizards in Washington.
And you know, guys, the other thing I really appreciated about his effort in that game was the effort and work on the glass. What a well-rounded performance.
And so it's Milwaukee with it. Following the 3-point attempt by MP. Pass to Black. Giannis inside. Lays it up off the glass. Black's got 7 points for the quarter.
I like that decision right there. Don't try to force the shot inside. Kick it out.
And it's Miller in the corner. Here's Salon. Now, MP. 15 points in the game. Pass to Daniel. And here is MP. Fires the 3. Servetus grabs the miss. Bucks trail by 16. Got a piece of it. Out of bounds. Charlotte takes possession. the first half so far fairly one-sided. Hornets lead by 16. And we'll get going after this from Milwaukee.
And hello, everybody. What an amazing first half performance it's been for the Charlotte Hornets.
They love to run. At times, it looks like a lead line. They can hit the three, but tough matchup for your transition D.
Yeah, they've made it a race, but only one team has shown up. All right, fellas, time now to take a look at these early season standings in the East.
Taking a look at Charlotte, it's still early, and we don't want to get ahead of ourselves, but right now, they are easily the best team in the league.
Well, we knew they'd be good, but we didn't know they'd be this good. Thank you for being with us. Now let's send it to Kevin Harlan for the second half tip.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. Brandon Miller has been sensational.
And the way he goes at defenders, he is bound to get to the line just like he did there in that first half.
I have to love his tenacity. This guy stays in attack mode, makes defenders work, tries to keep them off balance.
On to Tacumba out there with Bruce Ellis. Then there's Wagner. And Servias in at the point guard position. It's the Bruce in the second half for Tyronn Lue.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
Now here's Giannis. Shot from 12. Rebounded by Allen. And so, MP will bring it up for the Charlotte Hornets. 22 is their biggest lead.
Nice slash by MP right there. Love when he takes the initiative.
Pass to Bruce Ellis. Now here's Antetokounmpo. Beyond the arc. Good!
And they really all have confidence in Antetokounmpo to run that set, and they're willing to put every aspect of their offense in his hands.
Here's Swan. Pass to MP. Here's the three. He falls for basket number 9 from the field. He's taken 14 shots to get there.
And how about MP responding in kind to that triple?
Who's Ellis with the ball. Who Grant covered by MP. And here's Giannis from outside. Antetokounmpo can't get that one to fall. Hornets leading by 18. MP passes it out. MP kicks the ball. Now that one is his 7th make in 8 attempts. A scorching 88%.
Boy, that's 3 for 4 this half. You like that they're starting with a little bit of extra energy. Nice.
Who's Ellis? No one around him. No good with the triple.
Boy, a wide open shot from his favorite spot. That is one he'd like to have back.
And the rejection by Giannis. It's Miller on the wing. 18 points for him. The good-looking shot from the wing. Miller's got 20.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
The one thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
Here's Antetokounmpo after the basket by Charlotte. And Swan gets it to go. Swan's got 8.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
The very definition of quality transition offense. If it can end at the cup, it's exactly where you want it.
Now here's Giannis. He's got 14. Milwaukee, no good that time either.
Only 20% shooting in this quarter. They need to settle down and relax a little bit here.
And the rejection by Giannis. the pass to MP. Right side, ball. MP outside. Here's Salon. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark.
This shot's just, it's not there right now. With this team leading, perhaps, let's focus on some other areas of the game. Coming off a big game, his confidence could be higher. And coach knows it.
Well, the best players to me deliver night after night after night. So as long as he's hot, keep riding it.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
To me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
Antetokounmpo can't get it to go.
I think he's got to settle down because right now it feels like he's rushing, like he's forcing some shots. This quarter, he has been completely bothered.
Here's Salon. He's got 8. Deep 2 from Ball. They get it back. Allen. And then Allen slams it in.
You know what? That's all about hustle and a nose for the basketball. Tremendous job on the offensive glass by Jared Allen.
On the wing, Giannis. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
Yeah, easy call.
And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Hornets.
Guys, the D hasn't had an answer for the three-point shooting, which is why they continue to just fire away from deep.
I think another thing that's striking here tonight, the ball movement is incredible. Again and again, they're making smart passes to ready shooters.
Michael Porter, he's checked in for Charlotte. Starks comes in for Ball, and he can't hit the second. Greg, we see the NBA finding players for certain actions or statements.
Multiple offenders are always going to be under the microscope, Kevin. Sometimes they end up playing into those expectations, so those punishments can appear a bit skewed.
The Hornets have been solid at the line so far. 4 for 4. That free throw good from Miller. Milwaukee's gone 2 of 5 with a three-point shot since coming out of the break. A shot by Antetokounmpo, nobody around, and the Bucks miss again.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
MP outside. A three-pointer off the mark. For Milwaukee, they've gone a lackluster 3 of 9 from the field since halftime. And it's off from three-point range. Charlotte has gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third, and he banks in the layup. MP's got 22. And for Milwaukee, they're shooting pretty terrible here in the third quarter at around 30%. Through Greenwich, guarded by Porter, misses from close range. Here's MP, makes it off the glass. MP's got 9 points in the quarter.
If I'm playing with MP right now and I have the basketball, I am finding that guy.
Pass to Buzelis. Here's Servetus. A three-pointer's right on target. Servetus has got 14 points.
I'll tell you, he'll take that all day, every day. I'm sure he was shocked to find himself that wide open.
Here's MP. Another miss by MP. Milwaukee with the ball. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Misses from short range. Hornet shooting has been outstanding in this game at 58%. And good that time.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Wagner as Breon starts. Wagner outside. Through Greenwich. Jared Allen grabs the miss. Allen.
I'll tell you, this guy is doing absolutely everything he can to get himself going, but the team is struggling because he's struggling.
Yeah, the defender all over.
For Charlotte, they haven't yet missed a free throw. 5 for 5. Free throw good, MP.
And you have to love the presence MP brings to the floor each and every night.
Anthony Black's checked in for Milwaukee. Wilkins is checked in for Charlotte. The Bucks shooting at a decent 44% clip here. Here's Black. Count that one. Charlotte. They're on a 15-6 run. Starts the pass to Porter. MP outside. Wilkins wide open, and he fired. No good from outside. And it's Milwaukee's ball. Here's Antetokounmpo.
An amazing athlete. The length, speed, the Giannis is borderline impossible to guard when he is playing downhill.
Awesome display of athleticism captured by our AT&T 5G fan cam. And now the latest from our reporter David Alderfish.
Kevin, thanks. With the CBA and new broadcasting deals both completed,
On the court for Charlotte. MP out there with Starks. Then it's Porter. Then there's Allen. And it's Wilkins in at the small forward. Pass to MP. Just 5 to shoot. Drills the three-pointer. MP's got 16 here in the second half.
Challenging this D with the three ball. That's his second from distance this half. And he also hit one in the first half, too.
Through Greenwich. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Here's MP. Good, and the nice assist from Wilkins. Wilkins has got 3 assists now in this one. Through Greenwich. Covered by MP. There's 1:54 left in the fourth quarter. Through Greenwich. Good on the triple.
He's not one of the sharpshooters, but even still, that's not a shot that you can afford to give.
Here's Porter. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It goes on Giannis Antetokounmpo.
And at 6'10", Porter is a threat to score inside, which is why the defense is trying to rough him up a bit.
Every year, Doris, the NBA has a few points of emphasis they want to make. Anything you'd like to see emphasized?
Yeah, I think, Kevin, one thing that has to happen is we have got to give the defense a greater chance to succeed. We've tilted the game too heavily in the offense's favor, meaning too often at the rim, there's foul shots given for marginal contact. I think the defense has got to become more involved in the outcome of games.
And here's MP. He'll bring it up for Charlotte.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what has turned out to be a monster win here for the Hornets.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And for the year now, they'll be tallying their 16th win.
And against a conference opponent, always good to take that first win of the season series to establish a psychological edge.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for MP.
It was the kind of game for him that all scorers dream of, where the basket seemed as wide as a barrel.
You know, he doesn't shrink the lead as much as he should have. That hurts a bit.
Here's Servetus. Back to Giannis. Through Greenwich. The 18-footer is right on the mark. Charlotte in total control. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Kicks it out to MP. Pass to Starks. MP outside. Wilkins with the ball. And the miss, not the best shot selection there.
Let's get it up. We win by 38.
So no problem for Charlotte as they get the win. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which they